Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm still sick,
Yeah,
but
you sound like crap. I'm not gonna
you know
try
what?
to hide
I
anything. You
honestly,
just sound
I
like crap.
love that you're the most honest friend I've ever had. Last week you're like, yeah, you look it. You're like, how are you? I'm not great. Yeah, you sound it. Yeah, you're like, yeah. I was told probably like a decade ago when it's like, you don't say that to somebody,
Of
and
course
I
you
was
do.
like, oh,
Why not? Why wouldn't you say that
well,
to somebody?
I don't know. Somebody said don't say that. I'm like, but it's like maybe I'm just autistic or something, and I just go, well, yeah, like a fact is a fact.
I'm just saying, like
Yeah, you look like you need sleep. You
before
look
we
tired.
before we got on this, before either one of us hit record, you said you weren't feeling well, and I heard you cough, and something came up, and I was like, yeah, you're still sick. You still got something going on. You still got like a respiratory thing happening. So yeah,
Oh yeah.
so yeah. So
Yeah.
let's try to ignore that for a few hours and just have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, like I did
I
last
watched
week.
Thunderbolts.
Okay, and
It
what
was
are your
a
honest thoughts?
it was a movie.
Okay.
It's a movie. Okay. I thought everybody did an okay job. Obviously, like the big surprise of
Mhm.
the movie. Well, the big surprise that was in the movie for me was obviously David Harbour. He like just
You wait. What about David Harbour?
the fact that he's in this movie with like a really thick Russian accent, and now it's just this just feels wrong. After everything
Wait,
that
so
went down
did
in
you not
Stranger
see him?
Things,
Did you not watch the other one that
in
he was in?
any of the trailers to
Uh,
this movie,
well, I mean, no, but I'm saying, did you not watch that movie that took 10 years to make, Scarlet or the one? No, I'm sorry, Black Widow.
no,
You didn't watch Black Widow?
I don't think so.
Oh, he's like a big part of that.
I've been
That's where he's
off the
introduced.
MCU train for a very long time, so this was like my introduction to him in the MCU. So I was like, okay,
Okay.
just the
Well,
fact that you're
then,
here. I'm not gonna. That's not even remotely what I want to talk about, though. Okay, that's neither
okay,
here nor there. Okay,
fair enough.
I think
Fair
everybody
enough.
did a really good job. I think the story of the movie's okay. It's not setting the world on fire. I
Yeah,
think
it's a
literally,
PSA for depression.
pretty much a PSA for depression.
Like, it's like stop isolating, get around
Yeah,
people.
all you really need
That's
is a bunch of friends to get around you, and you're probably gonna be fine.
all
Um,
you need is love.
yeah,
All you need is love.
John Lennon
Love.
was right.
Love is all
John
you
Lennon
need.
was right. Listen, that's not the problem that I have with the movie either. I think if I have to go through like an entire phase of Elaine from Seinfeld being like a baddie, I'm gonna lose my mind. She doesn't do a
Yeah, I
really good
know.
job. She's not a good baddie.
No,
She's not a good
no,
bad guy
it's
at
really
all.
hard. It's
it
really
comes
hard.
off it comes off too comedic, even like when she's like, oh my god, we gotta clean all this up, and I'm just like, I don't believe anything that you're saying or doing. All of this is going to become undone because you are who you are, and I know that there's going to be a
Mm,
punchline at the end of almost every single thing that you do in this movie. So
mm.
that was kind of an issue for me. The big thing for me though is twofold. The big thing for me is this movie drops you in to the middle of what's going on and expects you to immediately have an emotional connection with all of these characters and feel something for them when they like come together and get together, and the movie doesn't do a really good job of laying that groundwork at all. They are
That's
in the
kind of your
instant
fault.
they no it's not. They are
Yeah.
magically yet no it's not. They are magically inside of an incinerator, and I'm supposed to just like, "Oh my god, I feel for them." No. 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 Why
You
do
didn't
I
watch
want
the other
them?
movies.
Why do I want them to be together? Why do I want them to be a thing with each other? Why do I want them to care about one another? Because they're in an incinerator and they're about to die, and the doofus of the movie decided, like, Bond-esque, like, I'm just gonna leave you there and I'm gonna walk away. Haha! Like, that's basically what happened in this movie. And I'm supposed to care? I don't care. I don't care. That's probably like the big thing. The big thing of this movie is I just don't care. I don't care about any of you the way this movie wants me to care about you. And that's the movie's fault. That's not my fault for not watching anything else. Um I, Also, this director, I gotta look up his name because I saw something about him pop up not too long ago. Jake Schreier.
Oh, okay. All right.
Jake, sure, whatever. This guy's gonna be doing X-Men. This guy's going to be directing an X-Men movie.
Interesting. I mean, is it going to be better than like Wolverine using his claw to give Scott the middle finger?
That's
because I'm sorry that was like the corniest thing.
It was very corny.
Movie.
Everything was very corny. This guy's going to be directing an X-Men movie. If he approaches X-Men with this mindset, oh, they'll just get it. They'll just care. It's not going to work. You have to lay a lot of groundwork in order to make X-Men work. You have to lay a lot of groundwork to make any ensemble work. I don't care if one or two of these characters was in a throwaway show. I don't care if one or two of these characters was in a throwaway movie. In the movie where they're coming together, I'm supposed to be given a reason to care about them. I'm not.
Every character has been given a backstory. Every single character in this movie has been given a backstory. Everyone.
Okay.
So they're coming together. This is just like Avengers. It's just like it's Avengers Light.
It is not just like Avengers.
It's Avengers Light.
Okay. The guy who the guy who wanted to be Captain America but couldn't be Captain America because he's a big baby. That's his backstory? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a jerk. He has to learn how to work with people, and he does. Okay, got it.
It doesn't work.
If you watched Black Widow, you would understand everything between Alexei and Yelena. That would make sense. Or not? Was he Alexei? No, I'm thinking Alexei because of doing the dance there. Oh boy, no, Alexei. You know the. Why am I not thinking about the name of the dance? I'm just sitting there doing the dance. Whatever.
Okay.
Alexei. You know, the Russian guy there from Stranger Things.
Sure. Okay, yeah.
Who steals the car, but he doesn't.
Yes, okay.
Maybe his name's not Alexei.
Yes,
But the point is, like, all these characters were introduced. You got a backstory. It's actually Black Widow. It stinks because from what I remember of the movie, it was very forgettable. So, like, what I remember was, like, Yelena and Natasha and, you know, big fat Santa here, big Soviet Santa.
Sure.
They were in like a fake family. Like they lived in America as a fake family. And they became like a real family because they did it for so many years, like a decade or something. Okay. So that's what they have for family. So when he's talking about like him being the father, like he raised her as a daughter for years. And then it was like, okay, time to go. Things are getting broken down, whatever. And I mean, that's my recollection of it, is like Natasha and Yelena are family because they were both raised in the Red Room and all this stuff, you know, learning how to be assassins when they were like 5, you know. And there's a lot to it that explains all of that. So if you didn't see Black Widow, this movie does not make a lot of sense. There's a lot of stuff that makes no sense if you did not see Black Widow.
Sure.
So I can see why there's no emotional attachment to like the two main characters that are kind of driving this movie. Like Bucky, you get Bucky.
I understand Bucky.
You didn't see Brave.
I even like the fact that Bucky is like trying to make inroads into the political world. It's
you didn't watch Brave New World, so you don't know that that's already been established.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. It makes sense for his character, and I know his character, and for him to be slaughtered into like the political machine and try to do something there makes complete sense for that character. I understand that 100%. And even if what you're I'm going to take everything that you're saying about, you know, Black Widow and these characters have all been established, fine. Have these 4 characters that are making up this ragtag group intersected with one another on a constant...
This is their intersection.
Thank you.
And that's the whole idea.
The point that I'm making.
It only intersected because they met Val, you know.
It intersected because they all Val wanted to kill them all and threw them into an incinerator.
But they all met Val at one point in their individual story. So this is how they come together. And it's the same thing as like they all met Nick Fury and they all kind of came together here. And that's exactly what they were doing. This is Avengers Light all the way.
Okay.
It's like anti-Avengers light is what it is.
It's more than Avengers
And
Light. It's Avengers not.
yeah,
It's Avengers how?
well,
It's
it's
what?
it's
That's the
Avengers Y.
and I think that's one of the big problems that I'm having with a lot of superhero movies lately is everybody, and now it seems to be happening in the MCU where everybody just kind of wants to jump the gun. They want the emotional attachment of the Avengers, but they don't want to lay the groundwork and do the actual job to get you there. This movie kind of has that going on. I don't care if it's Black Widow, where this was established, Brave New World, where this one little thing was established. All right, we're ready. Let's just throw them all together in this movie,
But that's exactly what
work,
they did.
right?
That's exactly what they did in Phase One. It's exactly what they did. There's no difference. You gave Iron Man a couple movies. You gave Thor a couple movies. You gave Captain America a couple movies, and then they all came together.
They were all established as like dominant
They established
figures,
them.
but
They established them in a movie or two.
not to that level. Not to that
Captain
level.
America was only made to make Avengers eventually.
They okay.
Is that the okay? I'm not having this fight with you. Okay, or I'm just saying. Like, listen, I agree with you. Marvel, the MCU has had so many downslides where we're like, ugh. I like. Why does it have to be garbage? Because it was so good for like 18, 20 movies. I get it. I'm right there with you. But I'm still going to watch it because I know that it's somehow going to pay off. Even though we hate the Eternals because it's so out of left field and like so detached from
I didn't hate the
everything else,
Eternals.
there's still a connection with a hand coming out of the core of the earth because there's a celestial living in the earth. And the only thing that there is the fact that like some people that nobody knows about, nobody talks about, once fought this thing and said, no, you stay down, and now there's a hand sticking up. And if you watch Brave New World, you understand, like, this thing's made of adamantium. Oh, okay, adamantium. That's their connection to the X-Men franchise. I get it. That's all we need to know. We don't have to talk about that again, but Brave New World kind of has an importance. We talked about that, where it's like, oh yeah, the president just turned to a big red monster, which they mentioned in Thunderbolts. You would kind of understand that if you saw how it happened, or just understood the point that General, Thunderbolt Ross became the president, shaved off his mustache because Harrison Ford doesn't want to wear a mustache. Okay, got it. And then became the Red Hulk for a time.
I also think the timing of this movie is questionable. This movie was released, what, 2, 3, 4 months ago? Something like that?
Yeah.
Something like that. And they literally introduced, like, what is their version of Superman in this movie, knowing that Superman was going to be coming out not that much longer. Like, it's a little sussy to me. They're like, you're just trying, like, okay. I understand it. It's a great... It's a great marketing thing.
Well, I mean, Superman. I would say if we're looking at what's compared to Superman, Vision was basically Superman. This guy goes even beyond Vision.
This is beyond
with the stuff that he can do. Just look at somebody and send them to like a darkness because he's sad.
He can fly. He's all powerful. He got the suit with the cape. He's looking godlike, and I'm just like, this is really okay. I'm not. I'm not mad at it. Good on you if you want to like capitalize on that and the buzz and everything that Superman got going on, like that has been going on for the past year. And you want to come up with this movie and you want to introduce this character now. Hey, go for it. Maybe it's smart, maybe it's not, but it's a little on the nose. I'm just saying it's a little on the nose. I see what you're doing with it. I like it. I don't hate the character. I don't hate that it was like the Void and we're going to Superman 3 this where I'm completely fighting myself and we're gonna, even if you want to say that it's doing like this weird meta commentary around like what depression is or any kind of anxiety, blah blah blah. Yeah, sure, go for it. It was all fun. It's a good time. The movie, all in all, was enjoyable. I didn't hate it. I thought I was gonna hate it. I didn't completely hate it. Yeah, it just feels like I'm still in a place where the MCU just feels so disjointed, and there's direction, there's connection, but it's loose, and it just feels okay. You made a movie. Okay. All right, what's next? That's what kind of things feel like right now for me when I look at the MCU. I
I
don't.
I get it, I understand it,
Okay,
but
good.
I don't agree because I saw the other stuff. That's all I can say is if you saw the other stuff, you wouldn't have felt as disjointed. That's all I'll say. I feel like they had enough of a backstory to put them into the situation. See, okay, now that they've gone through their stuff, now that they're kind of going like solo and not dealing with like whoever they were with before, now let's see who they're going to become. I kind of saw that here, and I did appreciate that. You see that, this failed Captain America, whatever his new name is now, I have no idea. He's just like this dude with a weird suit and his ears poking out of the side with his
Mm-hmm.
cool hat, whatever they said. Like, okay, so his wife left him. He's a bad dad because he doesn't care because he's so focused and fixated on himself because he was given a super soldier serum when he was not the same type of person as Captain America. He was just like a frat boy. I mean, the first thing I saw Wyatt Russell in was 22 Jump Street. He was the one who like had like a bromance going on with Channing Tatum, and
Okay.
the meat cute. Oh, I dropped a Q-tip in my meat. Oh, it's kind of like a meat cute. Like, yeah, it was dumb, and he was like a frat boy. And then he came into this, and it's like, okay, frat boy goes to the military. Okay, this all kind of checks out and lines up. So to me, I could almost say like, hey, it's a whole storyline. College boy goes to the military, comes back as Captain America. Like, it all lines up with his character. I hope he does some other stuff and gets better roles, but
Sure.
I guess we'll see.
Mm.
Is that all you want to talk about for Thunderbolts, or?
For Thunderbolts, yeah, that was
Okay.
basically it. And like I said, I didn't hate the movie. I thought I was gonna
Yeah.
hate it, but I didn't. I didn't completely hate the movie. I liked it. I liked the message that it was sending. I like all of the characters. Definitely want to see things that happen next in the way that it progresses.
Of course.
The I forget if it was like the ending or if it was an end credit thing. The not so subtle nod they make to Fantastic Four. I'm just like, I could have done without that. We all know the movie's
That wasn't a
happening.
not so subtle nod. I mean,
Well,
the ship's coming in, so here
sure,
we
but
are.
I'm just saying, like, I could have done without that because we know
Uh-huh.
what's happening, we know what's coming, and I don't see how. Well, I don't even know. I don't see how any of this is gonna rope into Fantastic Four. It seems kind of like
I do.
Okay, of course you do. Of course
I
you
do.
do.
Well,
Of
I mean,
course
there's
you
a
do.
lot. There's a lot of things that are tying into what's to come. So I think it's going to make sense. Fantastic Four is most likely all going to take place for the most part back in the '60s, and then they're going to
Understandable.
end with them coming into
Sure.
a more current time, and it all
I
kind of
I
ties in.
I
We get that.
understand. I understand
Yeah.
that. I'm just saying for what this movie was, for what this movie was trying to do, I don't see the relation to Fantastic Four at all. I just see like, let's get people excited for what they really want and throw this, like, that's kind of the way that I see it.
Okay.
It's kind of the way that I see it. I don't know.
I
That's
I
just
feel
me.
like Brave New World. To me, Brave New World almost reminded me more of like the Incredible Hulk. Like, that's what Brave New World reminded me of, but obviously with different characters.
Sure.
Minus one character who is part of both, and that's kind of the whole point. And right off the bat, you understand it. You hear something go, "I'm Mr. Blue." You're like, "Oh, Mr. Blue, really? Here's where we are. Okay, I get it. Like, that's all you need to know, Mr. Blue. Okay, remember Mr. Green, Mr. Blue. Okay, it's all tying in here. I like that they brought that back finally after all these. What was that? 2009,
I'm Mr.
like
Blue.
2010, whatever.
Mhm.
I appreciate that they brought it back in and gave that character some level of connection, because the last thing we saw was a dude's laying down on the ground. He's got an open cut. Some of Banner's blood falls into his head, and his head starts pulsating. And you're like, okay,
Sure.
what's gonna happen here? Not giving you too much into it, but obviously that character's gonna come back at some point. They
Of
finally
course.
did it with Brave New World, and I like that they did it. I appreciate that they did what they did with it.